I beg your pardon.
BBC Radio Berkshire, 8 minutes past 3, and Michael Otton, welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Right, we're going to be getting some magic, some illusions, but let's go back to the early days. And during the summer holidays, I used to go down to Bognor Regis. I loved it. I had a great time. You started at Butlins at
Yes,
Bognor.
I did. Started at, when I was 18 years old as a redcoat at Butlins, which was fantastic. It was great.
People always denounce Bognor, but I like it. It's quite gentle. I used to go on the crazy part and the stub of the pier that's left now, because not much left.
It's amazing. You should check the resorts out now, because they've got these fantastic hotels and it's just an amazing place.
Well, Butlins have got the new Shoreline Hotel there now.
Yep, Shoreline Hotel, and I think they've got another one. I think they've got two on the resort at the moment now. So it's a fantastic place.
Well, it's called South Coast World now. South Coast World. Very, very swish. But I mean, being a redcoat is one of those. I mean, Des O'Connor started as a redcoat.
Yeah, Des O'Connor did. Yeah,
a lot of people did. But it's saying where you've got to be good with people. You've got to be all things to all people, tolerant, fun, up, buoyant, 24 hours a day.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Yep, totally. You're kind of always on duty, because even if you're not in your red coat and you're walking around the resort, people always recognise you. So you're on duty full time.
You really become a star as soon as you put that jacket on.
Yeah, you do. It's brilliant, and it's the best place to learn. If you want to go into entertainment, I'd recommend it to anyone, because you can learn so many different skills. And it's like you said, where you're on duty 24/7, and you've got hands in loads of different pies. You're presenting, you're DJing. If you're singing or dancing, you just it's brilliant.
And your tourist information as well. Because
yes, definitely.
Where the loos are, what time lunch is. So you become a little bit of everything. But
absolutely.
But then they expect a little bit more. You've got to be sort of Jolly Jack, haven't you? You've got to be all things to all people.
Definitely. And I loved it. I was there for a good 5 years or so. So no, it was a brilliant experience.
Is it good grounding, you think, for anybody that wants to go into the business where you pay your dues?
Yes, definitely, absolutely. Because you work hard, and it's not about the money. It's all about the job. It's about the enjoyment, and it's and it's a brilliant place to start.
A different set of people every week. I mean, it's always like
the turnaround.
Okay, goodbye, and then we'll miss you. Yeah, goodbye. Wham, and another one coming in. Yeah,
totally.
You've got to get to know them all over again.
Yeah, you've got the midweeks, and then you've got the guys that stay for the week, then the weekend lot come in and stuff. So the turnaround is massive.
And of course, the far cry from the old chalet days now, I mean, it really is quite swish.
Yeah, definitely. It's totally changed from that now, definitely. It's really, really swish down there.
Did you know then which direction you wanted to go in?
Yes, I did. As soon as I kind of auditioned for the job, I kind of knew what direction I wanted to go in. I didn't kind of really know what form of entertainment, which was great, and that's why it was so good to start there, because like I said, you do the DJ and the presenting. I was never really a singer or a dancer, so kind of left that aside. But you've kind of got all your different options in front of you.
Yeah, and you've got to be a bit of a comedian as well, haven't you?
Yes,
really,
definitely.
You've got to be a bit of everything.
Yeah, absolutely, especially when the little kids come up going, do you remember me from last year? And you're like, yes, I do.
Yeah.
You just see thousands and thousands of people, but you get to meet some really, really nice people as well.
Yeah, well, that's the way, is that everyone remembers you, but you're going, oh.
Yeah, look, you're a deer in headlights a little bit. Hang on, let me think, because I'm really good with faces, but names I'm not so good at.
Where did the magic thing start for you then?
It started when I was a redcoat. There was always performers and entertainers that used to come down to the resorts, and I got to know them. And that's kind of where I picked it up. My first kind of passion started, I was presenting all the shows for them, and I did a lot of touring around all the different resorts, the Skegness, Minehead and Bognor, and it kind of developed from there, really. That's where it started. I mean, when I was a child, I was always interested in magic. I got the classic Paul Daniels set that I'm sure most people did as well. So, and I used to go with my family to see Sooty at the Hexagon every single year. So I've always been interested in magic.
He was a great magician, Sooty.
He was amazing. He was amazing.
For someone that didn't speak, he was absolutely fantastic. And of course, the worst one ever, brilliant, it was Tommy Cooper. Who,
yes.
Got everything wrong. I mean, and that was a genius move to get. He was good at it, but to get it wrong as well was very, very clever.
Oh, absolutely! What a legend, definitely. And there's not that many people out there that have kind of have ever had that kind of style. Tommy Cooper, really. Yeah.
Oh no, it's very unusual. Do you work on a style in the early days? So do you think, right, I've got to have a style. I've got to be, Paul Daniels is Paul Daniels, Tommy Cooper is Tommy Cooper, Sooty is Sooty. I mean, you're not going to be another Sooty, we know
Definitely
that.
not. And I think because of the background and because I'm quite a people person and because obviously the whole kind of redcoat side, and after working at Butlins, I then went to work at Disney in the States. So because of that kind of whole family entertainment, my show was never going to be like Darren Brown. It's never going to be something that kind of serious, because I always want to bring out the more, kind of fun side.
So not the extravaganza side.
Yeah. I mean, I still do like kind of the big illusions as well as the kind of small pieces of magic, but definitely my kind of show is very interactive. We get people up on stage so they can experience the magic firsthand. It's
interesting going to the States for experience as well, because they are very, very different. Their audience is different.
Yes.
Their demands are different. Their reaction is different.
Definitely. And the great thing is, every single night that you do a show, it's always different. The reactions are always different. And what's great is, as you go along, you can kind of tweak bits and you can kind of play with the audience. And it's also that element of surprise. So I bring, kids up on stage, and you just never know what they're going to say. Never know.
I think the Americans are more childlike, but be more demonstrative as well, and seem more vocal.
Yes,
than we are.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. When I was in the States, they get so involved and so into everything. It's brilliant.
Yeah, they do. They really do participate. We're a little...
We're reserved, aren't we?
We're a little reserved. We'll stay in our seat, You hope the spotlight doesn't fall on you. You, sir, you come... No.
They need to watch out on Saturday night. They need to watch out, because there's going to be a few people brought up on stage, definitely.
Yeah. Where are you on Saturday?
This Saturday is the Haymarket in Basingstoke.
Brilliant.
It's really nice. It's the first time that I've actually done a show in my hometown. So I've done shows, everywhere else, but
so
not...
maybe people you were at school with who saying, come on then.
I know.
He was never any good at school, Oh, no.
He was never like this at school, So hopefully, we should see some familiar faces.
Excellent. Is it more difficult playing to friends and family?
No, not really. I like it when there's people in the audience that I know, because you can kind of drop in kind of little words and significant things and little hints that they pick up on. So no, I think it's always nice.
Yeah, so it should be good. That's Saturday night. We'll talk more in a moment anyway. And have you got maybe a little illusion we can try on people?
Yeah, I think I've got something, a little kind of trick that everyone can do as they're listening.
He's got something up his sleeve, folks. BBC Radio Berkshire with Michael Otton in a moment. Brand new day. What a good song that is. 18 minutes after 3 is the time. Michael Otton with me, magician, illusionist. We're just talking about antisocial working hours, but you must work very late at night and then hack on through the night home or wherever you're staying.
Feels like I live in my car. It really does. Yeah, it's crazy. I think I worked out 30,000 miles in the last it's about 3 months or so.
Gosh, and your car probably looks as though you live in it as well.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it does. Literally everything there, all the suits in the back and stuff. No, but it's tough. It's tough when you work so late and then getting up early in the morning. It's not good.
Do you just work solo, or do you take one or two people with you that help you?
It really depends on the show. If it's, say, like a corporate gig, you might be working on, say, like a small stage, or we might be just doing close-up magic. So it really depends. If obviously it's like a theatre show, what I'm doing on Saturday, then I've got three assistants for that one.
Right, and is it like a band or a group where you sit down and go, right, we've got some gigs coming up. What set list should we do? Okay, we'll do that. We'll open with that. We'll do this. We'll do that. That's a good opener. That's a good closer for the first half. And we'll end the show with that. There might be an encore, so let's keep that one back for there. Do you operate the same routine?
Yeah, you do. You sit down and you kind of plan it. I mean, I obviously kind of have a format that I kind of stick to, which I know works. Yeah. But then obviously to keep the show fresh, you kind of inject these kind of new illusions and you try things out.
And to keep you fresh
as
well.
Yes, absolutely. Because otherwise you get stale if you're doing the same thing over and over again. So kind of have the same format and then just kind of inject new things.
So you have an opener, do you, that always works for you?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I do.
It's always difficult asking a magician because I don't know how much you're allowed to say or not say.
Don't reveal too much. Don't reveal too much.
Right.
But no,
But you try and vary them from, the mental to the illusion to the outright magic to, so you've got a balance and stuff.
Yeah,
it's not
definitely.
all the same,
and I think that's what's so kind of unique and different about my show. It does kind of cover lots of different areas of magic. So you've kind of got the visual illusions that we start off with, and then like you said, we've got the kind of the comedy element of magic, and then the kind of serious mind reading, and so lots of different styles, which is what I prefer to do. And I think you kind of get the audience a bit more engaging, a bit more when you're kind of a bit more variety.
Do you do a bit of mind reading?
Yes, in the show we'll be bringing 5 victims or volunteers up onto the stage.
Okay, I mean, can I be a victim, or am I,
Yeah, well, we could try something on now that everyone listening can join in with, even if you're driving in your car or sat at home. I'd like everyone to think of a number. Think of a small number. Don't make it too difficult. Don't tell me what that number is. Have you got one so far?
Yep.
Good stuff. Okay, now I want you to double that number.
Yep.
Double that number. Okay, now I'd like you to add the number 8 to that number.
Yep.
Okay, now I want you to half that number and take away the original number you thought of.
Yeah.
Have you done that? Okay,
Yeah.
don't tell me what number that is. But what we're going to do is we're going to turn that number into a letter of the alphabet. So starting at the beginning, if A is 1, B would be 2, C would be 3, D 4, E 5, and so on and so forth. You should now have a letter instead of a number. Yeah? Okay, don't tell me that letter. Think of a country beginning with that letter. Okay. Now I want you to imagine the name of that country in front of you, okay? And I want you to go to the second letter in, from the name of that country.
Yeah.
Think of an animal that begins with that letter.
Yeah.
Think of the colour of that animal.
Okay.
Do we have a grey elephant in Denmark?
Yeah.
There you go.
Sorry?
A grey elephant in Denmark?
No. No. I was an orangutan in Colombia.
Oh, no.
Is that interesting?
How funny.
Do people tend to go down a pattern?
95% of the audience will always get a grey elephant in Denmark.
Why is that? That's interesting.
We should get people kind of sending a tweet or a message
I picked the number 5 and then doubled it, went to 18, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I got the number 3, so I was C.
C, yeah.
I got the number 3, I was C, and the country other was Colombia. And then the second letter, O, orangutan, which is sort of brownish.
Brilliant.
So what do most people go for then? Is there a pattern?
Yeah, there is the pattern, and that's why literally 95% of people in the audience would come out with a grey elephant in Denmark.
I'm a bit weird, so
That's
I would
good,
ignore
though.
me.
That's
I'd
good.
ignore me. So what do they normally go for in terms of country? What
Denmark is usually the country that they go for. Yeah, it's quite popular.
That's psychologically fascinating, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And we do loads of kind of different mind reading in the show where we get people to pick, different cards in the show, bring different symbols and things. So yeah, really exciting stuff.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good.
It's amazing. Yeah, I was regressed once, which was fascinating. I mean, that's a whole different mind game thing in itself, And I said, look, I don't want to be, don't want to be a chicken going around doing Heartbreak Hotel or anything like this. No, don't worry. Are people worried when you get them up on stage that
totally.
something terrible is going to happen to them?
Yeah, totally. They never know what's gonna kind of come. But in the show, we're gonna make an audience member levitate in the air, which would be very exciting.
Really?
Yeah.
That's always fascinating to me. We used to try it as kids, when you're at college, and it's all that, sitting someone on a chair and pressing them down at various pressure points. Yeah. And then some bright spark says, now we can all lift them with our fingers. Just one finger under each, and the person allegedly goes in the air. I mean, sometimes it sort of worked, but you're not quite sure.
Sometimes, no. This is what we do in the show is somebody lies down, and someone lies down and full on levitates in the air, which is great.
Okay, we've got somebody on the phone. Is it Angela on the phone? Angela and June, I think. Hello, Angela.
Hello, Mike.
What did you get?
I got the grey elephant in Denmark.
There you go. See, it does work.
Yes, it does.
I feel like a weirdo now. It's terrible. Were you surprised when you heard Michael say that? Did it make you jump?
Not jump, but I was staggered because, I'm just listening. I can't even see the person. So I just was doing it as I was putting some clothes away, and I thought, I'll do this. And when he came back with the grey elephant in Denmark, I thought, my life.
There you go.
Wow.
I'm watching you.
Wow, that is spooky, Angela.
Very.
It could be your lucky Friday the 13th.
Oh, I don't mind Friday the 13th. No, never have done.
Nor me. Angela, we had a great day in Woodley yesterday, so we were down there for the whole programme, so everyone was very kind to us, so
yes.
Thank Woodley for us.
I certainly will. We enjoyed having you, I suspect, Mike, and thank you for a great programme.
I suspect you might. Anyway, I'll let you get back to the airing cupboard, Angela.
Thanks very much.
Look out for that elephant in the airing cupboard.
Bye, Angela.
Bye.
And June from Early. Hi, June.
Hi. Yes, I got a grey elephant from Denmark. I was most amazed,
Fantastic.
absolutely amazed. So there's something wrong with you, Mike.
She's honest.
That's been known for some while, I think. They
Yes,
just
I
haven't put
think
their
we
finger
had
on
one.
it.
Nothing new there.
No, absolutely.
No, it's amazing, isn't it?
Isn't it extraordinary? I mean, and obviously where Michael was going through it, you had to sort of, add quickly and then divide. And so your brain was obviously up to speed there.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for a nice programme.
Marvellous.
You.
Thank you very much. Thanks, June. There's June from early there. 2 grey elephants in Denmark.
Brilliant. See, there we go.
You're born out there. Brilliant. Yes.
So you're in the percentage that gets it wrong.
Yes. The minority. That's great. I'll bet people that got that were shocked. I bet they went, wait a minute, I got that.
Honestly, it's funny because you could spend a fortune and hours of rehearsing a massive illusion, and then you just walk out and do that, and it almost gets the same reaction, and you're like, come on, I just made these 2 people disappear.
Never ever invite me on stage, Michael.
Okay, I remember that.
Michael Ott, magician, illusionist, and is going to be appearing locally, and we'll talk more of that in a wee while here on BBC Radio Berkshire. BBC Radio Berkshire, Paul Simon there, and Michael Otton, my guest this hour, going to be appearing at Basingstoke International Show down there. Have you got the set organised now? You know what you're going to do?
All rehearsals, we're in the rehearsals today, so I took a little break to come here today, which is
excellent.
nice.
Whereabouts are you rehearsing?
We're rehearsing quite near, actually, in Basingstoke, in a hotel quite nearby.
Brilliant. Okay. I just wonder how you rehearse magic. You were talking about Sooty earlier on. And, of course, I always wonder whether Harry Corbett sat at home breaking eggs over his head and pouring flour over himself without the puppet on. Going, oh, no, stop it. No, yeah.
So clever, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant. Do you use any little tricks in your thing? I mean, do you use anything that people go, oh, that's different, that's a bit weird? Do you use any little... novelty thing? I mean, for example, we were talking about Tommy Cooper getting it wrong, or Paul Daniels says his catchphrases and things like that.
There's a couple of moments in the show where I'll maybe do a card trick with somebody, and it will go wrong, and then I make it right. A bit Tommy Cooper-esque, I suppose. In that way.
I know those tricks where someone goes, "Are you sure?
Yeah,
you sure that?" You certainly go, yes.
A bit like when we did the grey elephant and it went wrong.
Oh, I'm so pleased you brought that up, Michael. I have a confession to make. I had to put my neck on the block. I did my maths incorrectly. I was 1 out on my maths because I was doing it so quickly. And my letter was C, and of course it should have been D. And then so I would then automatically have thought of the Dominican Republic. No, I automatically thought of Denmark.
Yeah. And
then I'd have gone elephant.
And not an emu.
Not an emu. No. I'd have definitely gone that route. So I have to confess, I don't mind, I'm holding my hands up here and saying I got it wrong.
That's okay. It's a Friday.
It's a terrible. No, I could have done that any day. Trust me. Trust me. So it works even better than you thought.
Yeah, that's good. It would have worked on you. That's good.
It would have
worked
on me had I not been so stupid. Anyway, so what else can we expect without giving too much away?
Well, obviously, I mentioned earlier, so we're going to be levitating a member of the audience.
Oh, yeah. Can you levitate me? Or is it too tricky?
It's a little bit tricky. There's too much technology around, I think. But I could do a little card trick on you now if you want. It doesn't quite work for people who are kind of listening, but you can.
Okay,
describe it.
I'll describe it. Yes.
So obviously we're fanning out the cards now.
Not my pack cards.
I'll show you that they're all different.
All different.
And then
I'll do the Tommy Cooper.
That's good.
It's funny.
Pick a card, any card.
I'm laughing because I know what's going to happen. Thank you. Okay. Right. I picked a card. Yes.
Okay.
Do I tell you what it is?
No. Don't tell me. Right. Have a little look at it. And make sure everyone's aware of it. What we're going to do now is we're going to put it onto the bottom of the pack just like this.
Yep.
Okay. And we're going to try and find your card. We'll put down half the pack on there.
Okay.
And we'll put the other half on there. And I slide the pack of cards over. Do you want to put your finger on top and push down quite hard?
Yeah.
Push down quite hard.
I'm pushing.
And then as you slowly start to release your finger off the deck, that's it.
Oh, wow. Cards just slide out. That is very weird.
And then what we'll do is we'll just tap them, and one shoots out, and it should be your card.
It was the Queen of Spades. Very good.
There you go.
Very good. Very good. What a dark card to pick. Whoa. That is amazing.
Very clever.
I press down, the cards slide out, you tap it, one shoots across the table,
and it's your
there's the card.
Look at that.
That is fantastic.
I should be a magician.
You should. Well, give it up and go to show business. Do magicians still use the wand? Do kids still expect a wand? Especially with Harry Potter being so popular.
I think if you're doing the kid shows, which I don't really do, but I think the kid shows, definitely a wand. You can get trick wands. They're quite funny.
Yeah.
But
kids, I guess, are the ones that stand up and go, I know you did that. I saw this. And you go, shut up.
Yeah, you could make a car appear on stage and they're like, I know you did that. But
Oh, yeah. What's the thing you do that people are most surprised at? Well, there's a collective gasp.
Collective gasp, usually probably with the levitation, because we choose somebody at random for that, which is obviously very special.
Yeah.
We do some other kind of dangerous illusions as well in the show. So where my assistants, not myself, risk life and limb.
Is this the like sawing them, stabbing them?
Yeah, we've got
them?
we've got swords in the show, and stabbing them, and they,
Yeah. I bet, and some of the kids probably go, oh, no, yeah.
It's very good. It's very, and we're doing a classic straitjacket escape as well, a bit of escapology.
Oh, right.
So, lots of different variations
So
of
a
magic.
little bit of Houdini.
Mm-hmm, yeah, the legend.
That was, absolutely. Didn't one of his friends punch him in the stomach and he got appendicitis or something?
Really? Oh, I didn't know about that.
I think when he was underwater, I think he died underwater, didn't he? Was he strapped in? And I think one of his friends a few days before had gone, "Oi!" and just punched him for fun in the stomach, and he ruptured something, or he had appendicitis or something, which occurred when he was underwater. I think that's
Oh, God.
So not good. That won't happen during your show.
I hope not.
Certainly not. But
I didn't know underwaterness in my show.
it's a difficult thing to use something new because every magician, I guess, looks at others and I quite like to do that.
Yes.
I quite like to do that. So you're sort of, do you have to ask somebody else, or is it sort of common property?
Some of them are kind of, you have to be careful not to tread on people's toes. That's very important. But I think most of the time, if you do a piece of magic and you put your own unique twist to it, then it's usually fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't just go and copy.
If
David
something is very
Copperfield.
obviously somebody's,
and someone's own style, then you just can't go and outright copy it.
And like writing a song, is it difficult for you to sit down and think, right, I'd like to think of a new illusion, something quite different? I guess not just being an illusionist, you have to be very creative then.
Yeah, you do. And what's quite nice is obviously you do watch your peers, you do watch, the David Copperfield, the Paul Daniels and the Tommy Coopers, and you see them kind of do something and you kind of have your own unique twist and think, oh, I like that idea, what they've done, but let's try this. Let's try something a little bit different. Let's take it to another level, which is always really exciting. Yeah,
some things are expensive, of course. I remember going to see David Copperfield at Earl's Court and he was on stage and a second later he appeared at the back of the auditorium.
Yeah, that's fantastic,
and of course,
isn't it?
There is a lookalike or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's so brilliantly done that for the moment you go, what?
Wow,
It's a bit like, it's a bit like Baldrick, where so Baldrick, two people you know very well have exchanged clothes, go, who? What? Where? Why?
He's phenomenal, though. David Copperfield is an absolute legend.
Oh, he's very, very good,
Unbelievable. There's no one out there like him.
The only weak point was where he said he was going to fly. And, let's just put not too fine a point. It was a weak point. We go, can see the string, David. But apart from that, it was fine.
Yeah, no, he's done some amazing stuff, though, hasn't he?
Yeah. You must do things as well that don't work. You try something.
Yeah,
you think,
absolutely.
That is just not going to work.
Trial and error, and usually I test it on my family. Usually my mum is the guinea pig. Let's try this out. Does this work? What do you think of this?
So if you saw one of them in half and there's a lot of blood, you think, it's just not going to work on
Maybe
stage.
don't do this one again. Yeah.
Good stuff, Michael. Delighted to see you. Absolute fun. Sorry about the elephant in Denmark.
No, that's
I
okay.
stand
No
accused.
worries.
I'm in the dock on that one through being a bad mathematician. But anyway, see, but everyone else probably got exactly that, which is good. Anyway, so you're going to be out at Basingstoke this weekend. So,
yes, tomorrow at the Haymarket, 7:30.
Tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah,
excellent. I'll let you get back to rehearsals where they're probably missing you. But thanks very much for coming in.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you again, I hope.
Yes.
Okay, 3:45, BBC Radio Berkshire.